Winnie Sealer.
How you doing, everybody? How Jacob?
All right, Cabbie.
How's things?
Good, yeah. You?
I am mental, mate. Mental. I'm just gonna. Yeah. Are you well?
Ah, very well, thank you. How's the family?
Yeah, good. Yourselves?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. Had some friends over from the Wirral
Oh,
at the weekend.
very nice. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Some mad match that was, wasn't it?
Oh, Cabbie, Jesus. Cannot believe it.
I tell you what, it doesn't rain but it pours, does it? Being a Sunderland fan, bloody hell, it's never easy, is it?
No, it's not. One of their players stormed into the tunnel after the second goal went in for Sunderland.
No.
One of the Leeds players.
Also, hello, Davey. You all right, mate?
Hello, son.
You all right? So,
All right, David.
we've got the
Top of the league.
We've got the auction Mackem with us Jacobs in tonight.
Right. Good lad.
Oh dear me.
What a match here, Davey.
Oh. I enjoyed the match, right?
It was absolutely mad, wasn't it?
I think he needs to learn. I think their keeper needs to learn lessons from Jim Montgomery.
I've watched it 100 times. I still don't know what happened. I can see me double knee fucking now, like.
What were you saying before, Jacob, about players running down the tunnel or something?
There was a Leeds player who...
Firpo ran down the tunnel in disgust.
Yeah, Leeds player, Cabbie. Firpo. He went into the tunnel after he got the equaliser.
Is that who that was?
Yeah. Some at Leeds reactions, Cabbie. There was that one who goes, "You fucking knobhead," when we scored the second. And there was another Cabbie. They were watching it together, you know, like how me and Amph and all, we do that sort of thing. It was a Leeds version, and one at Leeds fans, he was with his girlfriend, and he proper shouted "fuck off" multiple times. He's like, "Fuck off! Fuck off!" That's what he did. Oh.
Absolutely mental.
Leeds are falling apart again.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's going to say a lot of folk in the chat. James FCFC Ramsey, hello mate. He says, "How are?" He says, "All right mate. How are the lads? Bring on Hull City in 13 days. Come on, Sunderland." Peter Lesbriel says, "Hello, how are you doing, mate? You're welcome. Welcome along. Evening. Hope you're all well." Peter from Guernsey and Billy GW says, "How are the lads? Evening. All ghosts on the pitch Friday night."
Right.
Oh.
I bet you were going mental, weren't you, Davey, when that second one went in?
Oh, crazy. I thought you might have gotten the Leeds fan on the neck, Cabbie.
It's honest to God, it's like trying to pan for gold, trying to get a supporter to come on when they've had a bad result on the end of it.
Aye. Meslier, you might have come on. Did you not ask him?
Who's that?
Meslier, the keeper might have come on.
Well, he's here now. Do you want to see him?
Aye. He's good friends with Regis.
He is, aye. Hey, to be fair though, I do like that keeper. He's a good keeper, you know.
Right.
He is a good
keeper. He can't
keeper.
be that good, can he, Cabbie? If he's letting goals like that, and he can't be that good.
That was a good save of Cirkin, like, wasn't it?
No, he is a good keeper. I mean, what do you guys think actually happened with that? I mean, did Davey, you were at the game?
Yeah.
Did you? I don't know. Obviously, it's difficult for you to see it. Like, but did it bobble off something? Did it hit a divot?
No,
What happened?
I've seen 100 versions of it, from behind the goal, the side of the goal, in front of the goal, and then you cannot see it hit anything and move. It just seems to be down the wrong line of it altogether for some reason. I cannot understand.
The ball spins. It spins, doesn't it? The ball, it's like it spins. I think it must have deflected off one of the Leeds players, apparently, because it says own goal. If you go on
Aye, it
Google,
comes up first, was it?
yeah. But Alan
But
Brown
it,
kicked it, doesn't he? Alan
but it
Brown
doesn't.
kicked it.
But it doesn't come up violently to make it spin that bad, like. I think he just took his eye off the ball, like.
Well, I thought he went through his legs at first. Initially, I thought he went through the keeper.
Damn it, on these legs.
2 seconds, lads. I'm just seeing the summer. Hold on.
Oh. Honestly, if we can get a result at their place, then the second half of the season.
If it went anywhere near his legs, he could have dropped it.
And Jim Montgomery were laughing, David.
I see it.
Oh, now he's just a legend, of course, for obvious reasons. But I think he's getting on now, though, Jimmy boy, isn't he? I think he's at least early 80s.
Aye, be in his 80s.
Oh, just only Leeds United could make that mistake. Only Leeds could do it. Right. Oh God!
Now we deserved it, though, man. Their first goal was offside.
Yeah, and their second goal came from a free kick.
It was never a free kick. There was a handball in it. Aye.
Oh, dirty Leeds. Oh, just good result. And I think there were times where we were didn't play well, but a draw was probably fair.
Oh, without a doubt. We had some good chances, man. Bellingham had 3.
Yeah. But still top of the league.
Aye. That's a bonus, because there was 2 or 3 results that could have went against us.
Burnley could have. Burnley could have gone against us, but it didn't. Unfortunately, Sheffield United won, but what can you do? But I think, a point is fair in that game.
Harry SCFC, welcome along, mate. He says Leeds could have done with Jimmy Montgomery. Do you know what? Funny you should say that. The Sky zoomed on Jimmy Montgomery after that gaff, and he was peeing himself laughing. He was in hysterics. It was quite funny. Good evening, Ken Walton. He's just popped in. Good evening from a very wet Cornwall. Took me back to 73. Evening, says Andrew Moore as well. He's just joined on. I mean, look, I think Leeds United's been the best team we played at the Stadium of Light so far. Like,
definitely. And I knew they would be, like, because they have got a good side. Like, I mean, that Nonto's one of the best in the league when he's on form like that.
Oh, hell of they've got a good team. Mark my word. You know, they'll be thereabouts definitely this season. I think Leeds United and Sheffield United are looking the dangerous teams.
Mm-hmm.
There's no stopping Sheffield United at the minute.
Well, Leeds, they need to start booking their ideas up, don't they?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. But I mean, this is what happens when you come up against quality, though, doesn't it? I mean, Joe Bellingham, I mean, he's getting in some great places, like, but I know he scored a cracking goal the other night against Derby, but, you know, he's got to do better when he gets them chances, because against the decent teams in this division, you know, you're going to get punished. It's like the Premier League. If you don't put your chances away, because you get very little chances, they will go up the other end and do it. And that's exactly what Leeds did. They didn't have many chances, Davey. They didn't have any clear-cut, clean chances, but they were clinical. They were clinical when it mattered.
Can you remember one save Patterson made? I cannot.
No, I cannot.
He didn't. Didn't make one save.
But the sign of a good team is when, if they get an opportunity and they're up the other end of the pitch, bang, they've scored. You know, how many cup games have you seen Sunderland play where we're playing a better team? We're all over them for about 40 minutes. They get up the other end, bang, score. Yeah,
because you've got quality, you see.
Aye. So...
Well, we give them a good game. I thought Sunderland played well, like we did. When they left everything on the pitch, every one of them.
They played well. I mean, I think Jacob mentioned something about it a while, about the fact, like, it's... we're keen when we're backed off. We seem to back off when Rig scored and took the lead for Sunderland, we seemed to sort of invite them back on, didn't we?
Right. I think they're up the game. Like, it's like anything. You poke the bear, didn't you? They come at you like. You know, you find a few more percent when you gone behind.
I
thought we'd rode the storm, like, but that goal was offside. It's annoying. Like, I mean, I don't know if you heard us tonight on Total Sport, but it's just all wrong having Premier League ref and linesman for a championship game. It's just not right.
It's not right. I listened to the first 20 minutes or so, but then I was busy. But I will catch up and listen to it as I always.
First one on.
Oh, brilliant. But no, I mean, I was listening to Talk Sport at work today, and they were saying that the reason why they think it's wrong that a Premier League referee is refereeing the Championship is because they're now that used to VAR. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like a fish out of water when there's a dubious decision goes, because they're that used to they're waiting for. But basically, they're that used to being let off the hook because VAR do the job for them.
Well, it's not right, is it?
No, it's not right at all. It's not right at all, and it was like they were just. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is why I think
Stuart, they're Premiership linesmen and all, you know.
Aye. Well, he was. I'm not saying yards offside for the first goal.
But he was off.
But he was off. Do you think he was offside, Jacob?
Yeah, I think it was. Not massively, but only just. But yeah, it would have been 2-0 then, wouldn't it, or something like that? If that had been, or 2-1. We're offside.
Just going to catch up with everybody in the chat again. Steve Taylor says, "Hi guys. Jimmy Montgomery will be 81 on Wednesday. Welcome, Steve Taylor." Andrew Moore says, "Personally, I was happy with the personally I was happy with the point after the game they gave us." And he says, "Saturday was better in my house. My stepson's team under 13 in Bolton and Bury League won 8-0 and scored 5 of them. Fantastic." Billy GW says, "Aaron Connolly scored a cracking goal tonight for the
scored for reserves, and Tommy Watson. Tommy Watson's was a screamer."
Oh, was it? Is that the new striker we've got, Connolly, isn't it?
Aye, scored.
Fantastic. That's what we want to see. SJ, hello mate, welcome along. He says, "Seeing as we play on Sunday, we're obviously going to drop then. Just hope we can beat Hull. Our away form will need to improve because 4 of our next 5 are all away. We've got the likes of Preston, QPR, etc."
That's ridiculous, you know. That's ridiculous, isn't it? The way they've got the fixtures like that.
But I thought they used to alternate.
Well, they did. I mean, surely there must be a time. There must be a month where we play 4 at home and 1 away, then, or otherwise it's not right.
But it's always been home, away. The odd occasion you'll play 2 home games.
You might get the back-to-back sometimes, but not like 4 and 1's not right, like.
No.
But then, like you say, they must even have switched sell out later on.
Well, it does seem weird. Andrew Moore says Dan Neil was better than recently, but still not himself, he thought. Tony Huntington, hello mate, welcome along. He says the youngsters are getting overplayed and these internationals are worse for them, and our form dipped last time will be worse after this break. And David Joblin's just to join the chat. Welcome to David as well. So, you know, what about, like, do you think VAR should be in the Championship? Do you think it's only a matter of time before it arrives?
No, I don't think it should be, but they shouldn't be using Prem refs and linesmen. Why can't we just have the best available Championship referee for the top games? That's logical to me.
I mean, I know you've heard my give and take on the Premier League refs. Why don't you think it's right for Premier League referees to come into Championship?
Me?
Yeah.
Because it's not right, because it's a different game. It's the same game, but it's a different game. It's a bit like, I would say, rugby league and rugby union's rugby, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, aye.
It's rugby, but it's different rules, isn't it?
Of course.
You know what I mean? It's still the same sport, but it's different set of rules. Well, that's the same with the Premier. They play with different rules. It's the same sport. but they've got the fallback of VAR. But they come into the championship, and just in your head, you're thinking, is it this? Is it that? I'll wait for VAR. Oh, shit, it's not on.
And it causes them to hesitate.
Right, then it's happened, isn't it? The situation's gone then.
Yep. I mean, so you don't think the championship would be better with VAR?
Well, I hate watching a match with VAR because you cannot never know if it's a goal or not a goal.
No, I know. But I mean,
every goal goes to VAR, whether it looks all right. Doesn't it? Have you know every goal?
Every single goal, of course it does. I mean, yeah. I know in hindsight, if we had VAR, then both of those Leeds goals wouldn't have counted, Dave, Jacob.
No,
they wouldn't have counted.
No.
I don't know. But yet again, we've had goals where there shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
But no, it is right. I mean, you watch it in the Premier League and stuff, and it's like every time there's a goal going in, you're waiting, aren't you? You're waiting for like
VAR checking it, and just I don't know.
Do you think it kills the atmosphere?
Yeah. I mean, look at the way we reacted when we scored that equaliser right at the death. The players went berserk. Imagine if VAR was on, they would have said, "Oh, we'll have to look at this," wouldn't they?
I think the fans would have been sort of dubious as well. It's like, oh, wait a minute, it's not being
No,
give us a goal.
What's happened there? Something's happened.
It's just weird. I mean, obviously the experts think we need it, and you know why. I mean, we went all these years without VAR. Is it because it's too much money in the game? And I didn't know. I mean, nobody complained for years when I watched it in the 80s and the 90s. Nobody says you know. But what I didn't understand is the fact, like, when we see something happen on the TV, right? We see a replay in our living rooms, just watching telly. Mm-hmm. Why do they have to have a multi-million-pound whatever setup for VAR? Why can't they just watch them on it? Watch a replay rather than all this claptrap setups what they've got and stuff.
Oh,
I don't know.
I think you're better off routed, like.
Kevin Atkinson. Hello, Kevin Atkinson.
Boy, good. He's been down to seas at the weekend.
Oh, is he all right?
Aye. He says he done you a good turn on Friday night. Got you all in subscribers.
Yeah, absolutely. He says, just like on Friday, anyone watching this tonight, share this on your socials and get Cabbie to 3.5 subscribers. Yeah, I was over the moon. I mean, I was hoping to get 3,000 subscribers by Christmas, but I really do appreciate everybody's help and support, like, because it's hard graft, you know, being a full-time parent, full-time job, and then doing this as well. And
he was driving down from Scotland listening to your program.
Oh, was he?
Aye.
Fantastic. He seems a canny fella. He also says, Kev Atkinson, we can't complain about VAR because it works at both ends of the pitch, and that's coming from your son.
Yeah.
It comes from both ends of the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Championship teams could not afford VAR, says Harry.
That's right, aye.
And Kev also says, I think varies is bad. Part of the game is human error, whether that be goalkeeper, defender, or the ref. But let's face it, though, it gives loads of people stuff to talk about, doesn't it?
Aye.
What can you do? Would you rather have an opposition team scoring a goal against you, and it comes off on match of the day or whatever that it was like half a yard offside? But you would rather see that than being chalked off.
Well, then you fall into the officials should be more confident, shouldn't they?
Aye.
You know, I mean, that linesman on Friday was exactly on line. Exactly on line. It shows you a picture of it, and he's exactly on line and just doesn't put his flag up.
Nobody knows but them. I mean, are they scared? Are they because we've had some stinking referees at the stadium. Like, we've had some shocking decisions. I mean, that referee against Derby County. I mean, how many fouls?
You think he'd never reffed a game in his life.
Yeah, but why are they so bloody bad? I didn't understand it. They're supposed to be qualified officials, you know.
They get well paid.
Playing in the second best league by a mile in England. If not round Europe. I don't think there's many teams below the big leagues as good as the Championship, to be fair.
No. It's bigger crowds than anywhere.
But how the hell are they so bad, Dave and Jacob? I mean, you look at like I say, there was about 7 or 8 challenges he let go against Derby, the referee.
Right. He was hopeless.
We've seen a lot of stinkers. We really have. It's been crackers. But the Leeds game itself, a few fans have been reading like a lot of social medias and stuff. Thought Sunderland looked tired.
So did Leeds. They both played 3 games in 6 games, you know. And we played with the same 11.
So they
didn't falter. They didn't flake away. They pushed it right to the end.
Aye.
Give them the Jews, they left everything on that pitch. Everything.
And do you reckon a point was a fair point? I mean, if
it was an end game and a fair result was a draw. It's just the way it become a draw. Aye. The way that happened.
See, I thought quality of the two sides. I thought Leeds were better than Sunderland for quality wise.
Aye.
They're just. It's a hard one. I mean, I'm not saying Sunderland didn't deserve the draw, but you could tell, you know, they had more quality than what we did. You could just tell with. I don't know. There was just something there, something about Leeds.
Well, they had more experience, didn't they? Right through the team, like.
Aye.
Plus, their team cost 90 million. Ours cost fucking 8 or something. That's a big difference, isn't it?
It's a huge difference. It is. How do you think Dan Neil done the pair here? Then do you think he was all right?
Yeah, good game. It's an awful position to play where he plays right in front of the centre halves, but he does a good job.
A lot of the critics are slating Sunderland for the bad defending, especially for Leeds' second goal.
It was a bit. They just got caught, didn't they? They got caught on the hop. They just got caught. I mean, we had plenty of players back. It's just 4 of them were round together. If you look when that guy wins it in midfield, there's 4 defenders, like 4 people around him. He just gets it to Furpo and Trey Young tried to get him, didn't he? But he missed him.
He missed him.
He would have been booked for that.
Just a quick 1-2 pass, and it was just a slow place. Shot into the. He almost passed it, didn't it, to Patterson's bottom left?
And Luke 19 just missed it, didn't he?
Aye, he did. So then, Davey, it's you're at the stadium, like it's 2-1.
Yeah.
Nick Barnes reckoned there was about 7,000 or 8,000 Sunderland fans left the stadium alive. Do you reckon it's about that?
I wouldn't say that many. I know where you're coming from with this, because I've heard so many debates about it, and they've been debating it on Total Sport tonight. There's loads of answers. I can give you my views if you want.
Well, fire it away.
Well, to me, a football game, right? There's thousands and thousands of people like me who eat, sleep, and dream about Sunderland. That's all I live for. That is me life going forward every week. All I think about is the match, right? I wouldn't dream ever of missing the start of a game or leaving before the end of any game, regardless of what the score is. But there is thousands and thousands of fans who go every week or every fortnight who the match is a part of their day out. They go to the pub before the game and they want to get to the pub after the game. Mm-hmm. Them's the fans that's leaving, Cabbie. The ones who it'll not upset them if they lose or whatever. They're just thinking, let's get the club. Let's get the pub.
What do you reckon,
and you'll
Jacob?
always have that in life. You'll always have it.
I mean, some of them who were leaving, they could have work the next day, couldn't they?
There's always reasons, always.
But at the same time, it's like, stay till finish, regardless. Whatever happens, happens. But, I think it can depend on the score if you're losing. But,
Aye.
There was, at the same time, I do understand it's a bit in the middle. But we didn't lose, did we?
No. But you'll always have fans leaving, Cabbie. It's happened for years and years and years.
We're all made differently. I mean,
Of course you are.
I can be a bit of a defeatist. I mean, look, I was doing my commentary, and I was basically saying it's not going to be for us tonight. This, but there was.
I was saying the same on Am's channel.
Yeah,
when I was on with Am Cabbie.
Yeah,
I was pretty much admitting defeat.
As much as I'm negative, I am. That's what you said, Jacob. There's always that little spark, that little tiny spark, and however small, however big it be, that the fact until the referee blows full time, it's not our.
Always.
Not over till the fat lady sings, is it?
No. And no. I've never left a match early. I mean,
I was just going to ask you there, Cabbie. Have you ever left the match?
No.
Well, I haven't. I've been at the match with my son before, and we've been like 4-1 down or 4-0 down. Oh, yeah, fella, it's gone to the pub, and I'll not leave, and he thinks I'm crackers, but it's just the way I'm. It's just the way I'm made.
Of course it is.
I cannot. I love it that much. I want every second of every game.
But when the game's finally poised, there's only one goal in it.
Oh, there's no way I could. What?
Does that mean they're not? I might be being harsh here. Does that mean they're not really true supporters in their veins if they can leave their seats with just one goal behind with 8 minutes to go and walk out the stadium?
Aye, there's something different to me. I'm sorry, like
same with me as well.
Cabbie, I cannot even. I guarantee you this. I've been supporting Sunderland for 50 odd years, right? I have never, ever gone to the toilet while the match is on. Ever.
Me too.
I would rather piss myself than go to the toilet and miss out. I would. And you see these gunning out at like 10 minutes before half time, dying for a pint. Well, it's just not me. But if it's them, you cannot argue. They've paid the money, they do what they want.
Yeah, it's with me, it's like I've just got this like fire inside us. It's like you feel what the players are feeling. It's like there's no way on earth I'm leaving that pitch. No
Cabbie,
way at all.
You can see the fire in your stomach when you watch your commentary. I mean, I mean, like you say, I got the match, but when I come on the Sunday, I put your 2 hours on all the time. I always watch it from start to finish, every week. And I see you, and you're like, whoa, you kind of keep still in your seat, can you?
You cannot. I kick
you every ball, head every ball, and you feel everything.
Aye, you do.
And I'm like, yeah. But you get some fans who never miss a game, but they sleep like a baby whether win, lose, or draw.
And it's funny you should say this as well, because I mean, when Sunderland score, right? It's like when that like equaliser against Leeds, that mental equaliser, right? If that was me in that stadium, I'd have been jumping 10 rows of seats. I'd have been gone daft. Now there's some.
That did happen. I mean, it went. I've never heard noise like it for a long time in that stadium.
But you get different types of fans. You get some that'll jump all out, and you get some that'll stand. Will just go, good goal.
Get in. All right.
I've never ever been able to do that.
I mean, Cabbie, just look at the reaction of them players. You kind of feel not to get embroiled in it.
Especially Luke O'Neill, Superman.
Oh man, he's just a one-off, isn't he?
He is.
But you love it. It's great.
Oh, the DI. I'm just going to catch up on the chat. There's loads of messages flooding in here.
I get the chat on.
Where we got? I'll just catch up where we at. Kevin Atkinson says, Harry, do the teams or the league pay for VAR?
The teams.
The teams do they?
Yeah.
SJ says, is Henderson really available in January? Would he want to come to the Championship? Doubt we could afford him, because there's reports coming around that the fact, like, you know, he's getting knee game time for Ajax and stuff, and would Henderson do a full circle, and would it be a good thing for Sunderland to chase him and bring him back?
I kind of see it like.
I don't know.
It would be good, like, for momentum, and it would be a canny coup, wouldn't it? Even if you just played at the end of the season.
Never say never.
No, how can happen in football? Nothing surprises me after Friday night in that goal.
John Nesbitt says a very good evening, lads. Tony Huntington says Leeds apparently are after Henderson. SJ says do Leeds lead him. Ken Walton says
he can't play in goal, can he?
Eh?
He can't play in goal, can he?
You never know, do you? No, Quinn could.
Oh, Christ.
Ken Walton says, on about VAR, Norman Hunter would have played about 12 games a season.
Aye.
Norman, bite your legs, Hunter.
Aye.
Colin Major, hello.
Hello, Colin.
The bigger they are, the harder the fall, lads, he says Colin. Kev Atkinson says, I think Neil will eventually lose his place to the new lad on loan.
Come on.
I was just about to read the rest there, and an advert just came and thingy. Where are we? I hate it when YouTube does that. I'm reading something. I think Neil will eventually lose his place to the new lad on loan, then to be sold in January. That's a big statement from you, boy.
Right. I don't know. Well, the contract's always hanging there. He hasn't signed it, hasn't he? Why has he not signed that contract when all these matters are? There's
still a few fans saying it's not his usual sell, like. But you keep saying, well, he's playing in the worst position.
Right. I mean, if that Samed's a success, which I think he will be, Neil will be moved up, which is where he prefers to play anyway, because we cannot keep playing rig game after game after game. We'll burn him out like.
Oh, no, you can't. You can't. He's only bare.
He has dropped off the last few games, hasn't he, Rig?
Yeah, he has.
You cannot expect a 17-year-old to play 3 games in 6 years, man.
Well, look what happened. Look what happened with Bellingham when we rested him.
Yeah,
he came on and scored last season. He played class when we brought him on for the second half only. He was a different player.
He's pulled out the England squad tonight, Bellingham.
Why?
Injured.
Has he?
Well, it could just be so they didn't want him to go. Ballard's pulled out and all.
Good for the Irish. All. They're not bothered about the Nations League, Davey. Jacob, no. They're not, man. It's just a.
I'd rather both have a rest.
I don't know. I won't do any harm. John Nesbitt says, look, Leeds will not play anywhere near that again. They had to play well, otherwise we would have beat them. Watch the next few games. I bet they struggle to beat teams with Leeds. Well, they've got a reputation of falling apart, haven't the Leeds? Ken Walton says...
Sorry?
What's the score on the reserves game?
3-0 Sunderland.
3-0?
21s. Yeah. 3-0.
Get in.
Who got the third?
Third one. Connolly won, I think so, yeah. Because Connolly got the second, didn't he?
Connolly got the second. Grusin?
No, it was Kelly.
Oh, he must have come on for Connolly then. And that Connolly was only playing half a game.
Caden Kelly got a penalty.
Nice.
53rd minute.
Ken Walton saying spot on, Davey. I think they're on about with fans leaving. SJ says, why go in the first place if you're just going to leave early regardless of what the game is on, surely? Gary Hoyle, hello Gary. He says, some fans don't live in the city boundaries and need to get to buses, trains for certain times. Everybody has their reasons. Not everybody has cars. Not everybody walks to the houses.
Yeah.
Which, we're not saying it's wrong that they do it. It's just... you're totally entitled to get up and leave whenever you want.
But it does look bad when it's thousands, isn't it?
Aye, but it happens.
It's highlighted on Sky, which makes it worse.
But it happens to every game, every ground. It happens.
Not just Sunderland.
Aye, it does. It's weird. Tony Hutton says, when I was a kid, I always left early. My dad was frightened he would lose us in the crowd. When I took my kids, I waited until the crowds had started to subside. John Nesbitt says, "What we talking about this for nothing? We can do it. I don't give a monkeys. What we talking about this for? Nothing we can do about it. I don't give a monkeys." Are you talking about the crowd leaving, John? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, he will be. He's right what he's saying in a way. There's no solution to it. You can't. There's no way we can sit here tonight and justify a solution because there isn't one.
Oh, there isn't.
It'll never change. It'll never change.
But there's just been so much talk about it, hasn't there?
Aye, because it was highlighted on Sky. That's why.
Did you see many people running back into the stadium when they scored?
I know it's all late. Oh, no. The game was out, wasn't it, when they scored? They only kicked off and blew the whistle.
I remember the only time I've been outside the stadium, I was actually late going to a game, and it was the Miracle season with Gustavo Poyet. And we had to, if we'd beat West Brom, we'd have stayed up. You know, with the Conor Wickham here and this and that and the other.
Oh, yeah. Aye.
And it was raining, and I was like 20 minutes late, and I actually heard the roar from outside the stadium where Jack Colback scored to make it 1-0, and I was jumping all out with the place because you can tell by the roar whether it's a goal or not. Different types of roars gives you different types what's going on. And there was just this massive roar, and I was outside the ground, and it was really, really weird. I was meeting my mate Peter Wynn at the time, and he was there. But to hear the roar from outside the ground, it's weird. Do you know what I mean? I was so frustrated because I was late. I couldn't wait to get in there quick enough. I was shaking. My adrenaline was that fast, that pumping around my body. I needed to get into that ground. Do you know what I mean? I was late. It was awful. It was the slowest walk ever. I with the Weymouth Bridge to the stadium because I was late. Yes, Summer? What, darling? Fun. 2 minutes, I'll do it for you. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to turn the TV over for my daughter.
Right,
Oh, but yeah. Them lot up the road, they'll do it as well. Their fans will leave. Them lot up the road.
It'd be interesting to know if they leave, like, because I didn't know any Newcastle fans, like, but it would be interesting to know if they're leaving the droves when it's, when they're getting beat, like, I don't know. There's no answer to it, Jacob, is there?
No.
You can't sit there, have stewards on forcing people to sit down and not leave.
Nah, it's a bit. It'd be wrong, that, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be right. That it wouldn't be a good look.
No, you say there's always somebody got to get back for work, or they might have to be back for a certain time for the babysitters. You just didn't know what circumstances are.
Nah, you got.
The vast majority of them, Jacob, like gone to the pub.
Yeah, they want to get there. So
Of course they do.
Yeah. But we got the points, didn't we? We got a point, so we can just relax and look at what went wrong, what we can improve on.
Just go back on the chat. Sorry, Jacob. Carry on, mate. Carry on.
Because there's areas where we could improve on still after the Leeds game.
Oh, I think there is.
But I think Reggie Labrie knows what he's doing, so...
Oh, I think he's great. That's the first time you've seen him get excited, wasn't it, on Friday?
What was I? It was good to see. I'm just going to finish these comments off. We'll catch up. SJ says, still remember G against Man City. I was nearly flying down the stands.
That'll be remembered forever. How many times did they keep showing you that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that goal might have been given offside, wouldn't it? That could have been offside.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And this is a good point. What you're saying? Why it's better without VAR? Because can you imagine killing that atmosphere?
Oh!
Can you imagine killing that?
I don't know.
It was offside, but
yes.
Can you imagine just how gutted it had been for that stadium to rule that offside?
That was unreal. That was just unreal. And yeah, he was absolutely hopeless, wasn't he?
He was crap. It was crap. It was crap. But for the sake of football, and the fans, leave VAR out of it. Because it stops you from getting magical moments like that. Whether they're offside or not, it's memories for fans. Do you know what I mean? You're taking away memories. Nobody remembers a disallowed goal. We wouldn't be talking about that G goal if it hadn't stood, would we?
No. Do
you know what I mean? I've still got the audio commentary. It's on my channel somewhere. Radio 5 Live, right? Of the commentary I think it's Darren Fletcher or someone giving the commentary when we break in the last few seconds, and this roar guns up, and it says, "My God!" It's and a lot of the people were commenting saying, "How many's actually in the stadium?" It sounds like 100,000, not 40 odd. The noise that came up when that goal went in.
I know. It's iconic, isn't it? Here, Cabbie, what would VAR done with the beach ball goal?
That's interesting. Yeah.
Darren Bent.
Oh, what do you reckon to that, Jacob? Davey says VAR, the beach ball. What do you reckon it would have done?
They probably would have disallowed it, wouldn't they? Because it's a fan who's put some on the pitch.
I didn't know. What would
Oh, but Darren Bent, he were amazing, wasn't he? I was a bit too young then. It was I think the season after is when I first remember Sunderland, 2010, 2011. But that was 2009, 10, wasn't it? When
how old are you, Jim? 14?
Me?
Aye.
No, I'm 20.
20?
Yeah.
I was a proper goal poacher, Bent, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He was in the shit though, didn't he?
He did. And then he scored against us when he played for Burton Albion.
Went for the money.
Yeah. It was New Year's Day, and I had my Sunday dinner on my lap and nearly went all out with the ceiling. Because we got battered from start to finish off Man City, didn't we? We did.
Aye. We were hanging in there like.
Gee, how they did not score. I take it you were at that game, Davey.
Aye.
Did you gand off, or did you just sit down in your seat and say a good effort?
Crazy. I've gone crazy all the time. You know when I went crazy, when Ross Stewart scored in the playoff semi-final, I thought the atmosphere that night was one of the best I've ever heard at the stadium.
Oh, that's when they had that black cat display, the eyes. That was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Ross Stewart scored just on half time, and the whole stadium never heard it as loud ever.
He's injured again, you know.
I know.
He got his first ever start for Southampton. He's gone off.
Yeah, I know. He's had knee look as he shouldn't have left. Nah. He might have had more luck.
Going to catch some more on the chat. D Hall says, hello, mate. He says, my sister leaves early. She's 64. Likes to be on the first park and ride buses, or else you have to wait for the buses to come back from Castletown. She's a woman on her own. Colin Major says, their keeper should have gone to Specsavers. Kev Atkinson says, Father, you never complained about the early leavers when en route to the Wee Chief.
No.
And he's laughing, LOL. He's laughing, LOL. Ran to the Wheat Chief.
I used to be the landlord of the Wheat Chief, Cabbie.
Did you?
Aye. So I was pleased when they were coming out.
Is that what he was saying? That's why he's laughing.
Oh, he's laughing.
He says, can't spell tonight, says Kevin. It's not. It's a stupid autocorrect that does your head. And I think I have food poisoning off my father's pork on the dins yesterday.
Best pork he's ever seen.
He said he's got food poisoning.
No, it's the best pork. He kept telling me I wouldn't get the crackling done, and it was the best he's ever seen, but he wouldn't enter it.
Pork. Love it. John Nesbitt says, by the way, Brown's boots should be put on display in the SAFC museum next to the beach ball.
His interview was good. Did you see his interview?
They said, what was that? It was on Talk Sport today. They were saying it's the best interview they've seen Sunderland players do for a long time. It was Luke O'Nien and Brown.
No, Chris Rigg.
Was it Chris Rigg? Was it?
Chris Rigg and Alan Brown had 2 goal scorers. Well, he thought he was a goal scorer.
He just had this smug look on his face.
Aye. I didn't know the keeper was going to chip it in.
Kevin Cass, hello Kevin, how are you doing? He says, I left Watford v Sunderland early at Vicarage Road in 1982 at half time. We were 4-0 down. We ended up conceding 8. Graham Taylor's team. Graham Taylor's team. Wasn't very good for England, but apparently was really, really good for Watford, wasn't he?
I was. He's a hero. He's got a stand there after him.
See, the attendance against Leeds was 41,000.
Yeah, 41,700, something like that.
Did it feel as if there was that there?
Why? It was a good atmosphere, it was. But it was a good game for an atmosphere, wasn't it? It was end to end.
You're always going to get... It's always a tasty tie, Sunderland Leeds. Do you think that's something to do with the Leeds FA Cup final, or do you think it's just two big teams battling it out?
No, there's always been a big bite and spice of it. All the years we've played each other.
It's a tasty fixture, isn't it?
Right. Well, it's a top fixture, isn't it?
It's a top
Two
fixture.
top teams.
Two top teams, two hugely supported clubs.
Aye.
You know, and the Leeds are passionate fans, whether you like them or loathe them or whatever.
Aye.
I like this.
The atmosphere at Ellen Road's good, like always has been.
Aye, they're good to have in the Premier League. I'd rather watch a game at Ellen Road than Bournemouth or Brentford.
Aye.
Have you seen the footage on YouTube? The Leeds fans, they're there with the cameras and they're recording.
Yeah, I've watched all the podcasts and that.
It's just so mad when that ball when Brown hits it.
Yeah. They all start laughing.
They all start going, way, because they're expecting the keeper to pick it up, aren't they?
Yeah. Aye.
And then they just turn around with their heads on the hand and they're like looking at each other and they're like white. There was white as your background at the back. And then you hear the whole stadium are like going, Leeds is falling apart again. It was funny listening to Benno and Barnes. They hadn't a clue. There was a delayed reaction to me celebrating because they never said goal straight away.
No.
The ball.
I watched you. It's about 5 minutes after the goal when you start jumping about.
But the ball comes in and it's like the commentating on it. And after Brown hit the ball to strike it, Gary Bennett did his famous sigh. He went, and Brown, he went, oh. And then I commented and I went, oh, there we go. And it's just another flopped attack. And then this huge roar came up on Radio Newcastle. But Bennett and Barnesy didn't know what was going on. The first couple of seconds or so, they started stuttering and going, oh, what's gone in? It's gone in. They didn't know what to say.
Hello.
I heard this massive noise and kerfuffle at the Stadium of Light, but I didn't know why. I didn't know what it was for.
Aye.
And then the penny.
I've seen your reactions, priceless. Like
it's just mad. So goodness knows what it was like at the Stadium of Light.
I've seen Terry's reaction as well. Have you seen Terry's? Mad mistake.
Much, you know.
I'm surprised. He'd be good that he wasn't at that game, you know.
Well, he just couldn't be bothered. There's not many of them on that SAFC fans. Not many of them got the match.
I don't know why. I mean, I'm not going to say it out because I didn't again.
You've got a bit of an excuse. You're 90 miles away, aren't you? Or how many miles it is?
Yeah, I know.
Cabbie, before we go any further, I've got something to ask you.
What?
Did you used to work at the Public Works?
In Sunderland?
Aye.
No, I never worked in Sunderland, Davey. Why? Is there somebody that...
Somebody's recognised you off one of me, like, off this. And he says, oh, no, he used to work for the Public Works, but he must be wrong.
Now, wait a minute. Funny you should say that. I did do me works experience for the Public Works. But
if he knows you from there.
It was only for
You're
a week.
From there, no, dear.
It was only for a week. And I was only 16 at the time.
Oh, just when I showed you the video, he went, oh, no, him. He used to work at the Public Works. That's exactly what he said.
Well, I'll be bejazzled if he can remember us from just being there a week. We're from school.
Aye. They call him Colin Milligan anyway.
I'd have to see a picture of him. I mean, you might remember us, but I very much doubt it. Like I was just working for the council, going around helping them repairing walls and leaf blowing and things like that. But it was for a week I did it.
Oh, a week? Oh, no. It sounded like he's known you for a while at the Public Works. Like, I mean, they're not there now, like, but.
What do you class as the Public Works? Not the what is the Public Works?
Well, it used to be the Public Works. It's called Gen 2 now. It's Sunderland, I think.
What's that like?
The council.
All right. Well, they do the litter picking and all that carry on and stuff.
No, like the Public Works. They've gone and fixed people like council houses and that, like repairs and.
All right.
That's the public work. It used to be called the public works. Now it's like Down County Council or Sunderland Gen 2 and
Two Castles or something like that.
you'll
have to get back. You'd have to get back to them or something. I don't know unless it is that way. I did it from school, haven't I?
Well, I'll have to find out.
I've absolutely
4-0 now.
Is it 4-0?
4-0. Yeah, 4-0.
God, yeah, good performance.
It's a hell of a performance.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get some more catch up on some more.
Yeah, I get some more.
John Nesbitt says, I've been hearing that the owner. You what, Jacob?
I think it was Russian who scored that header.
Oh, get in.
Rusin. Now, I'd like to see him do well. I hope he does do well. And it just takes that little spark, to carry it on.
Yeah.
You didn't know. John Nesbitt says, I've been hearing that the owner has been saying to the fans that we are going for it in the January window.
Yeah.
I heard Bowers saying that on Fan TV. He said, apparently there were fans who talked to Dreyfus at the service station after the Watford game.
Oh, he did say that bloke, what they call him, who does the Fans TV?
Yeah.
Oh,
and so if that's the case, then maybe Henderson could be coming. Maybe that's why the Henderson stuff started coming out.
Mm.
But who knows, eh?
Tony Huntington says, I was at work and had to listen to TalkSport. Crap commentary. They didn't know it was a goal. It was the crowd that gave it away.
Aye, you're right.
I didn't listen to... Look, if there's any commentary, I always choose 5 Live. I think the commentators on TalkSport... Now, I'm not talking about Total Sport. People get muddled up thinking it's Radio Newcastle. I'm talking about the nationwide station, TalkSport. Their commentators, it's like they're forcefully trying to be somebody else when they commentate instead of being themselves. It sounds false when they're commentating. It's I kind of get away with it. D Hall says, took a deflection off one of theirs, then the spin beat the keeper. Or Altending, the guy, the other YouTuber, apparently he shows this. But it'd be interesting to see that because, as Davey says, I've seen many replays of it and I've yet to see it.
And he doesn't react in any way, does he?
Well, if it was like a ricochet or if it's spanned, then you're gonna I don't know. I'm still puzzled to this day. I don't know what the hell he's done.
I know. It'd be nice to see him, wouldn't it? Hear him say it.
We probably will. Steve Taylor says, hi, Dave. Bring back the slipway days, Dave. What do you mean by that?
Is that Stevie Taylor, the plumber?
Stevie Taylor? Well, I don't know. Stevie Taylor?
Yeah. Stevie Taylor with the gas man.
He says, bring back the slipway days. What's he on about?
Oh, that was me local, the slipway when I was a young'un.
Was it? Well, it could be Stevie Taylor.
No. Was that Stevie Taylor, the gas man? Ask him.
Well, you've just asked the question. Are you Stevie Taylor, the gas man? I love it. Oh, this is honestly, it's just like surprise, Cilla Black reunions, isn't it? We did it with Colin Major.
I found my cousin Colin.
Surprise.
Oh, dear me. SJ says the only way we'll go for it is if we're in the automatics and a few points ahead.
Right.
Andrew Moore says Public Works had a depot Eden Vale.
That's right.
Andrew Moore says I used to work for the council back in the 80s, 90s. Was in the civic centre though. SJ says Philly is. Oh, are you on about the guy that does SAFC Fan TV, Philly?
Yeah.
Wee Philly.
With his new teeth.
Turkey teeth.
John Nesbitt, don't worry about it, Cabbie. We got a point from it.
5-0.
5-0?
5-0, yeah.
Bloody hell.
Oh, bloody hell. Who scored there?
I don't know. I think I'll have to see in a minute. Not sure if I can
Stevie
tell,
Taylor says, yes, it is Dave. It is him.
Oh, my mate, Stevie. Good old Stevie, lad. Nice to hear from you. What are some of them farm lads?
Bloody hell.
Family reunion?
It is a family reunion, yeah. We'll have to all turn up in our school uniforms next on Friday.
With the Taylor with us, I've been talking to Stevie Taylor.
Oh, dear. You just don't know what you're going to get, do you?
No, not in here because it goes all around the world, isn't it? Here, where's the pasta?
Eh?
Where's pasta? Alex?
Oh, Pastor Alex. Jones is the scorer. And Rooson did score the fourth. You're right, Jacob.
Jones. Jones for the 90th minute. Jones.
Harrison Jones. He's the next star.
Pastor Alex.
There's a few in that under 21s.
Is there?
Yeah, I think Watson, he's the next Clark. Tommy Watson, he's going to be like another Clark. And that's what my dad reckons anyway.
Pastor Alex, I don't think he's got any funds for his Wi-Fi in the bush wherever he is.
His internet must be down in the jungle.
It must be, aye. What are we saying? Colin Major, he says, "Oh no, the stadium is supposed to be haunted. It might be the ghost that did it on Saturday." I've never heard of the stadium being haunted, like, but how?
Ooh, spooky.
It's on top of a lot of miners' pits and tunnels, apparently. Jensen Jones says D Hall.
Or it could have been the spirit of Charlie Hurley. Might have been him.
Oh, he's dead, no, no, he's just died, hasn't he?
Yeah, fairly recent, wasn't it?
No.
So we'll have
6-0.
Is it
It's
6-0? Jesus Christ.
No.
Has the other team...
No, I'm not joking.
No, you're not. Is the other team turned up?
I don't know.
All right, Derby County. 6-0. God love me.
Graham, yeah, he's good. He's Graham, isn't he, with under 21s?
Good. Very good.
Well, Derby County are 22nd in the league, 26 is bottom, Sunderland County 17th.
Right.
6 now.
There's some good players in that under 21s, I'm telling you.
Well, the two centre-halves is Johnson and Anderson.
Watson
got the 6th goal.
Who got it, Jacob?
Watson got the 6th goal.
Yeah.
Right, we might as well
He'll not be long off the first team, will he?
Oh, he looks good, doesn't he?
No, he just needs it bulking out a bit, doesn't he?
Well, Patterson's done it. They've all done it.
Aye. What do you think? What do you think about Luke 19 this season, Reggie?
What do I think about what? Sorry,
Luke
19 this season. Do you think Reggie's improved him?
Oh, massively. I mean, look, he was as mad as a box of frogs before anything. He just seems to have, like, I don't know. He
seems to have calmed down, but he's got better though, hasn't he?
He has.
More reliable.
Aye.
Got to be the Reggie factor, man.
How old's Luke 19?
20. I want to say either 27, 28.
He's one of them players that's going to hang around the club when he's finished playing and all, isn't he?
He's going to be the new Gary Bennett, stay forever.
You know, he's going to be one of these that'll be the commentary on the radio and the...
Yeah.
He will, like.
We'll be on here. We'll get him on here.
Niall Quinn says, didn't he? He says, Arsenal's where I learnt me trade of football. Man City is where... I can't remember what he said about Man City. But then he says, Sunderland's where it got under my skin.
Aye.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, what have we got that Man City and Arsenal haven't? Strange, isn't it?
Aye.
Going to catch up on some more. SJ says, someone bring the red book on Thursday. What's he on about there? Oh, you're on about the family reunions, aren't you? It's we're doing the shows on Friday, aren't we, Davey? Monday and Friday.
Oh,
aye. We only did it on Thursday last week because of the match in between.
We'll have to find something to talk about because there's no game at the weekend.
Maybe talk about shuttlecock or something.
I can't talk about England. What's the death of us?
There's always something to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's a trip down memory lane or talk the future.
Old friends like Stevie Taylor.
Aye, absolutely. Andrew Barker, hello mate. He says, could have been the spirit of that beach ball. That beach ball is actually in the museum. Ken Walton says, Davey. Ken Walton says, Davey, did you ever get in the Regale East End.
Nah, not the East. I used to get an East Ender in the ball, but not the Regala like.
Yeah, Tony Huntington says of the goal scored it is Tommy Watson. John Nesbitt. So, will we kick on now after that Friday confidence boost? Davey, if you think I'm going on a blind date with you, you've got another thing coming. That's from Colin Major.
Full time now. Sunderland 6.
Well
Derby
done.
20-0.
That's
Yeah,
great.
we're getting some momentum all over here, aren't we?
That's great, that, like. I'll go back to John Nesbitt. He says, so, will we kick on now after that Friday confidence boost? It's going to inject some sort. It's little things like that can make a difference, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a shame we've got such a tricky month, like 4 away and 1 at home. That's naughty, like, isn't it?
No. It is. I mean, it has been slightly concerning that our away form hasn't been sort of up to scratch. Like, but we've got to turn that round if we're serious about wanting to gan up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We've got to turn it round. But
surely that somehow there's something should be available shortly, shouldn't he?
You would think he should be. But say that, you know, we're lost at Plymouth. They've got a really good home record, Plymouth, you know.
Well, look, they've won the last 3 games.
Aye. Something about Plymouth. The teams didn't like going down there.
That game could have went either way. Watford game could have went either way.
I don't think there's been any games this season where we've been played off the park.
No. Well, we've been in every game. Every game we've been in it.
Aye. And how many games last season could we say we just got totally outplayed?
Stoke City.
You know what I mean? Gary Hoyle says Luke has taken more responsibility with the young lads and his descent has turned the corner.
Yeah, he has. He seems to have grown up a lot this season, and I think that's down to Reggie. Keeping them, having a crack of them, keeping them right.
And hopefully Dan Neil will probably follow suit.
Yeah.
We should think. So we're gonna look forward a little bit then. We've only got like 3 minutes left, and I mean, 13 days away. Then are you guys, Jacob and Davey? Are you guys confident at Hull City? What do you expect down there? I mean, they're a funny club, Hull, aren't they? They're up and they're down. The 1 minute they're a decent side, the next minute they're pretty off the touch.
Yeah.
Would you expect Sunderland to get 3 points there?
Yeah, I think it's a winnable game. If we turn up, which I've got no doubt we won't, I think if we turn up, I think it's a game we can win.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been impressed with Hull, like. If first goes on your books, you're looking a bit dim, like.
What do you reckon, Jacob, the whole game?
The funny side out of the Hull, but I think I'm going to go, I'd say maybe something like a 2-0 away win at Hull.
3-1 for me. Connolly will score 1-0.
Well, Hull are smack just about middle of the table.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After the last 8 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, they have drew 1, lost. And then they hit form. They won 3 on the bounce against Stoke, Cardiff and QPR. And then they got a bit of a thumping against Norwich City. And to be fair, Norwich City are really on a good roll.
Yeah, Norwich is in form, like.
Yeah, that's another team. I mean,
They'll be up there.
Do you think the league table's starting to make a little bit of sense now? Do you think the teams that's in the top 6 or top 7 will be roughly there or thereabouts?
I would say you look at it when you've played 15 games. Then I think you've got your top half and your bottom half. That's the way it normally works out. Because you're like a third through, aren't you? Third of the way through.
I mean, Sheffield United, their last 6 games, they've drawn 1, won 5.
But they didn't score many, did they?
2-0, 1-0, 0-0, 1-0, 0-2, 1-0. But I tell you what, though, I would take winning the next 7 games if we win 1-0.
Oh, good hell, aye. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Norwich are creeping up. They're doing the creeping Jesus act.
Yeah.
But it's the same teams, though, isn't it? In the top 6, top 7. It's always the same sort of teams that's there and thereabouts.
I was surprised Burnley didn't win on Saturday, like.
They should have lost because their goal.
I had a goal ruled off. It was onside, wasn't it?
They have, aye. At the bottom of the championship, I don't know whether are you surprised Cardiff's at the bottom?
No.
No. Portsmouth, I'm not surprised. They're second off bottom.
No,
QPR, I'm surprised they're third off bottom, mind.
Aye.
But the biggest surprise that I think at the minute is Coventry and Luton.
Oh, Luton, definitely. I hope we play Luton 2 games time, don't we?
Aye. But Coventry, lost, won, lost. I mean, if there's one team that we never beat, that's them.
I know. Luton and all. Especially where, I can't remember us. Oh, we haven't won down Kenilworth Road very often.
I know.
Beat him in 73, didn't we, in the 6th round?
Aye, at home.
Certainly.
Kenilworth Road, a horrible ground. Absolutely horrible.
They're getting a new one at Luton. They are getting a new stadium, so yeah.
Well, we should about just call it quits there. Ken Walton says, great show, lads. Gary Hoyle says, 2-0 win at Hull. John Nesbitt says, another good chat, Cabbie, Davey and Jacob. Great show, lads, says Ken. SJ, our away form and Hull just getting pumped twice. Could be a draw. We'll soon see. So is it dog walking time, Davey?
Yeah, get them out. Aye, then big brother time.
Bit on nose add on again, is it?
The lad up from Carlisle.
Oh, that's my son's mate.
He's only got one little hand and one leg.
My son Ashton says to me, my mate's on Big Brother tonight. It must be him.
Aye, from Carlisle. Funny looking lad, but he's only got one of them little hands and he's only got one leg.
I wonder if he's related to Jeremy Beadle.
No, that's what he's got, one of Jeremy Beadle's hand. He's from Carlisle.
Carlisle. Anyway, Jacob, cheers for popping on, mate.
Yeah. No worries. Always a joy.
See you on Friday.
Aye.
FTM.
FTM. Aye, cheers, Jacob. Always nice to have you on, fella. And you, Davey.
Yeah.
No worries.